Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Money Huddle. It's your boy Dre Rich and my partner in this betting world of sports, Shaq. What's good, bruh?
Ready to get into this week, man. Week 10, past the halfway mark. So we're excited, kind of know what teams are about. So betting should be a little easier now. We've got 9 weeks to sample. Teams know who they are and who they're not. So it's getting good. It's getting good, man.
Yeah, man, there are teams that are good
It's a
and there
fraud,
are
it's a fraud,
teams
it's
that
a
are frauds.
fraud.
And we can start off with what happened last night. We had the under in that Broncos game. It cashed. We are just killing these primetime games. Like these, our fans gotta know we are on point when it comes to
Yeah, we're
prime
like
time
90%
games.
on primetime games.
Like we are electric. I'll get the exact numbers at the end of this week, but dude, we are killing it. If it's a one game slate, we're on it. We're
Oh,
100%
man.
right. We're 100%
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
like that was a good game. Oh, in terms of like if you like defenses, that was a good game. You know, Bo Nix struggled.
Um,
We don't know what Bo
the weather
Nix really
played
made
some
of.
issues there.
Yeah, it was kind of chipper out there in Denver, but it still was not enough, bro. Like you should have had more turnovers. It was
It was an
it was
ugly
Kenny
game.
Pickett, bro. Kenny Pickett
It was an ugly game, man.
should have
It
been.
was the first time in NFL history where both teams had more penalties than points. Both had like 10 penalties for 100 and something yards on both teams. Like it was an ugly, ugly game, dude. Did
It
not
was
watch it.
it was frustrating, and then you think about what could happen next week when they play the Chiefs. They're gonna get their ass kicked probably because their offense can't score.
I don't know, man. That defense will have a test because here's the thing, like Patrick Surtain didn't even play in this game.
That's
And
true.
I think that's because they're saving him for the Chiefs. And that defense, man, is legit. So if they can win that game, it'll be because of their defense.
True. I did not recall that Patrick Surtain was going to sit that game. Honestly, if it does not sound good to say, but if Geno Smith were to have played the entire game, they might have won the game.
Oh my god. I don't fucking know about that.
Hey, he scored first. He was very competitive. Even on the drive he got hurt, he was past midfield.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Kenny Pickett is not good.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett is really bad, but I think that Geno Smith was the better option, and he was going to put up more than 7 points. Like I think they were going to put up at least, or at least make it to where Peyton had to open up the playbook. Sean Payton had to open it up. Like, hey, these guys ain't fucking around.
That was the thing. It was so windy in that game that like the ball when they tried to put it on the ground would move. Like so it really limited the pass game. And the Broncos already had trouble in the pass game. They have Cortland Sutton and nobody. Sutton shouldn't be your number one guy. And then, Gino went down and Ginty scored that touchdown in the first quarter, and that was it. So it's an ugly game, man. A lot of sloppy penalties. It was a short week, too. PS2 didn't play. It's funny because the Broncos are the number one scoring team in the fourth quarter, and they are dead last in the first three for the NFL. So I don't know, man. Their defense keeps them in it. They find ways to win games. It's crazy. Them and the Colts are the two best teams in the AFC right now, record wise.
But
And the
the
Colts are a
problem is
fraud.
you're gonna put so much pressure on your defense in the playoffs. Like you, these teams that are in the playoffs in the AFC specifically all put up points. The
Yeah,
Steelers put up points. The Chiefs put up points. The Bills put up points. The Ravens, all of them put up numbers. So if you are an offense that is relying on the defense to save you, you're in damn trouble. You're going home.
yeah. It can't be it can't be Peyton Manning 2015, because Bo Nix is not Peyton Manning. Yeah, he
Mm-mm.
looked bad, dude. He had 2 picks, couldn't get anything going on the offense, threw for like 130 something yards. Like, it was an
Well,
ugly,
and
ugly game.
he's not even young Joe Flacco, who had a great
No.
defense, who helped him out, but he still put up points too.
Well, yeah,
Like
and he had a good run game. Job did. The Broncos on offense, they're just not. They don't have. I don't know. Yeah, it just seems like they're missing a key piece. They need something. Like, they got decent receivers, but they need a guy.
Cortland Sutton is not a decent receiver to me anymore. Because like if you look at his games, it's 3 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. Like he's not
Yeah.
getting volume
Last year, that's
catches.
all he did. That's all he did last year was score touchdowns. But it
If
was
you're
like two
relying,
catches for 13 yards and 2 touchdowns.
if you're an offense relying on Cortland Sutton to have 3 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown, you're in the wrong business because that's not that's not going to happen. Like every
Yeah.
time in the playoffs, no. But we have some snooze fests that we are predicting as well on this card. Let's start with your first pick of the game. Oh, your first pick of the weekend, which is the Giants plus 4.5 at the Bears -4.5 over under 46.5. Your best bet is the under 47.5. Why?
Okay. So I really, really wanted to take the over. All signs point to the over here before we got to today. So the Bears have covered their implied point total 7 out of 8 weeks this season. And the Giants, since starting Jackson Dart, have covered their point total, implied point total, in over unders every week. But the problem is we're looking at 15 to 20-mile-an-hour winds and snow flurries during this game. And Caleb Williams is prissy, and if you get him out of his comfort zone after 2 scripted drives, he is trash. He gets uncomfortable easy. He makes bad decisions. Cold weather game, passing game. This is not the Bengals defense. The Giants actually have a decent front seven. Um, so I'm just gonna have to take the under here. I think the Giants make this a competitive game, and I don't see these guys. The Bears have been known to stall out. There's been games where they only put up 16 points this season. So they really are scripted. Bad weather. Don't trust them. California kid going into Chicago. I don't. It doesn't make sense to me to get a California quarterback to come to Chicago, where it's going to be cold literally half your season. Give me the under here, man. I don't trust with the weather. We'll see what the weather does here, but they're talking snow flurries, and it just sounds like Jackson Dart's going to run all over these guys because he is the running back. Tyrone Tracy is terrible, and the Bears are a run filter. They have given up a lot to the running quarterbacks, running backs. So I think it's going to be a run game. Give me the under, man, with the weather and the elements.
Speaking of the run ability of the Giants, you like Jackson Dart that score a touchdown.
Man, he has scored 2 out of the last 3 games. He averages 58 rushing yards a game. His over under is only 36 and a half, 37 and a half in this game. Take that. I feel like with the weather, he's going to have a big running day. The passing game is not so much there. They don't have Malik Neighbors. They are down to Theo Johnson, Wandell Robinson, and Tyrone Tracy. So the weapons are limited. Jackson Dart has been the whole heart and soul of the offense since he's taken over. Everybody's just dropped left and right. I the Bears, I feel like he's going to be running all over them today, especially in the red zone. He's not scared of contact. Jackson Dart touchdown. I take his rushing yards too, but I just feel like he is the offense. Give me it for sure. This Bears defense is no good in the red zone.
I like Jackson Dart to score a touchdown. I don't like him as a person. He went to Ole Miss. I'm
Got
rocking
that beef.
Georgia. I got beef with him, man. We got long lasting beef. But I hate that this is one of the only Ole Miss quarterbacks in the league. That's crazy to me. Like, how did he get in the league and he's doing decent? I don't like that. But you also have Kyle Manungai. How do you have the most basic first name and then the most outrageous last name? But Kyle Manungai over 40 and a half rushing yards. Why you like that?
So Kyle, my guy here for sure. Uh, Last week, dude, 30 touches, 133 yards, did everything but score a touchdown. Um, Swift didn't play. Swift practiced this week, limited, missed Wednesday, limited Thursday. They know they're going to need him going forward. And Ben Johnson, if you know anything about the Lions, he is a two running back guy. He likes to have a committee back there, but they're going to share touches. He loves to get the run game going, and you need it with a quarterback like Caleb, who, the ball in his hands, questionable decisions. You limit that with two good running backs, and this guy looked great last week. Swift still coming off an injury. I feel like he's going to get limited touches in this. And Monungai averaged almost 7 yards a carry last week. And for the season, he's over averaging almost over 5 yards a carry. So 40 and a half. I think they're sleeping on Swift. I know he's going to play in this game, but this kid looked too good last week. Go look at his film. Think he eats these guys alive. Cold weather game. Let me see it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Georgia boy Swift will be playing in this game. I do think that they won't give him a lot of touches because you're coming off injury and a very serious one to have missed so many games. I don't think they have to give him that many carries. So I do think that Monungai gets majority of the carries and gets over this with those carries.
Yeah, I still think Swift gets, 10 to 13 touches in this game at the most, but I could really see Monungai getting 15 easy.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be close to the carries he gets, but I think he can go over the yards with 10 or less, for sure, at least 10. But
Fresher legs, man,
my
looks good. So
he's fresher. And he has been doing a lot. And they have belief in him. But Patriots plus 2.5 at the Bakerneers over 48 and a half. This is my first game for the weekend. What do you think I'm going to take? I love me some Baker. I think we are a pro Baker podcast. And you have not won money by betting against Baker Mayfield. You've never won close to the money you've bet against him if you have bet against him, which is why I continue to not do that. But I will not be taking Baker. I'll be taking the over. The over is going to support that both teams will score points here. I do not like betting on the Patriots in any form or fashion, but it's hard for me to say that Drake May is not being very good this season. Like, I'm not gonna be biased and be like, "Oh, this man's a Patriot. I hate him. He's trash." No, I hate him. He is trash, but he also plays very well. And the Buccaneers, they do allow the the Buccaneers do allow the sixth most rushing yards to the quarterback. So I will be taking my first prop is Drake May over 24.5 rushing yards. I think he will have to rush in this game. The Buccaneers defense is much healthier than it was before the bye week. They are fresh off a bye week. So they're going to have their D line ready to go. They're going to have their DBs ready to go. And he's going to have to do some superhuman things in a warm weather climate. I'm telling you, he's going to feel so much comfortable running in a warm weather climate than running around in New England where it's just cold as hell. So he's gonna be like, okay, I actually can feel my legs. I can feel my feet. Like he's gonna be out here running around. So I like him
Well,
to have
and
over.
he's from North Carolina, so he's kind of used to it a little bit already.
Yeah, man. He's close to the alma mater. He's gonna be like, okay, we out here in the nice part of the East Coast. I'm just gonna run around. I think he has to. I think he has to. Because the Buccaneers don't like running backs. They're really good against running backs, but not running quarterbacks. So I do think he had to get out of the pocket, even if it's to like make a
Well,
pass deep down the field. He has to get out of the pocket, which could lead to some
Ramondre
rushing ability.
Stevenson is gonna miss this game too, I'm pretty sure. And then you got Trayvon Henderson, rookie, and then another young guy that for some reason they were using over him. They're gonna give Henderson another shot this week. He did all right last week, but if you know what you're saying, they're good against the running back. They might have to, may might have to use his legs to get crucial third downs here and there. So I like that. That's a good one.
These are two teams that are really close to winning the division. Of course, the Buccaneers are much closer than the Patriots are because the Patriots have to deal with the Bills. But
Tough.
Buccaneers, they ain't really got to deal with anybody, but they still need to win, even with the injuries they have. So I like this game to be a really gritty game where both quarterbacks, especially the Patriots, have to bring something else out of them to win this game. Because Baker's gonna put points up, guaranteed at home. He's guaranteed 20 points at home. You just book it.
And I think they're coming off of it. They're coming off a loss, aren't they?
Yeah, they lost that last game against the
Yeah.
no, I mean they kicked the fucking Saints ass. I bet on them.
Okay. No, you're right. Yeah.
Before that, they lost to the Lions. But
Uh,
that
yeah, I
was
think
his
they lost Ibuka in
game.
the middle of that game. That's why.
No, I mean I took the Buccaneers before the bye week. I was like, yeah, I can't quit Baker. He's gonna kill these punks. And he killed them. But also want Tez Johnson over 3.5 receptions as my second prop. Because I do think that there's going to be options open in the pass catching game because the Patriots might not have Chris Gonzalez.
Yeah, he got
Is his name
squished.
Chris Gonzalez? I don't know his first name. I'm just calling him Chris, but his name is Gonzalez. Whatever his first name is, he is a really good corner. He will not be in this game, possibly. He's been talking about he's concussed,
Yeah,
but
Drake London just landed full body weight on his head last week.
bro, Drake London made him look like a little punk. Like he was bullying him around like badly.
They- he knocked his ass out because they went up for a jump ball and he came down ass first on his head and like literally planted him. He left the game after that.
Sick part is he came back and finished the game, but then now he has a concussion. So how you have a concussion after the game when you finish the game after coming in with the concussion they thought you had?
That's some
I don't
that's
think
some Rabel shit if I've ever heard it.
that's some Vrabel shit, bro. Like, hey, would you cut your dick off for this win? Would you play with a concussion? Would you play with a concussion for this win?
Yeah,
To
he's
this
like, get
day.
the smelling salts, and if he starts bitching, get him more smelling salts.
Literally. So I do like Tess Johnson. I think there's going to be openings without Gonzalez on the field. He's been a lockdown corner. And even if he is on the field, he's guarding Ibuka, which means that Tess Johnson's going to be for sure open. So all Baker Mayfield has is Tez Johnson Ibuka, and K Dodden. That's all he got, bro. So
And they are
he's
hurting
making it
at the
work with the
receiver
Celtic group.
position.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
Sterling
hurting at the
Shepard.
receiver position. Oh man,
Yeah, let's
god
not go any
damn,
more farther than that. Let's not go any farther than that.
no,
but but
that's
yeah, so
bad.
Chance Johnson, he'll get 4 catches in this game. He needs to. It's gonna be a high scoring game. They both have to
He
score.
needs to.
He needs to get going because he needs to be the reliable third option. He needs to be it. But your game two for this weekend is the Jaguars plus 1.5 at Texas minus 1.5. Over under 37.5. It's the Davis Mills, General Mills Bowl. He's playing
Yeah,
the
Captain Crunch
crappy
himself,
bag.
boys.
Literally. You have the under 37.5. It's very reasonable. It's almost like it's guaranteed. But why?
Dude, it feels guaranteed. First of all, you saw Houston's defense do the same what they did, all field goals last week against Denver and lost by 3. It was really close. I was smash mouth. All right. Trevor Lawrence historically against D'Amico Ryan's defenses, ass. Terrible. This is in Houston. Then you look at the other side of the ball, you got General Mills back there. Captain Crunch, ass. Terrible. He had, dude, I don't know Texas fans watch this man start. People forget he started for a whole season. Wasn't a whole lot of winning, bro. Ain't gonna happen. Give me the under, bro. They're playing in a dome and they can't score. This is gonna be the under, man. This is gonna look just like that Broncos game last week because Trevor Lawrence, not very good. General Mills, not very good. And both defenses are pretty decent. So any defense against General Mills, he's throwing them. Throwing out hot pockets, man. Giving them away. Giving them away. Apple
I will
turnovers.
say
Just all day.
his
So
last two
I like the under in this game for sure.
his last two games versus the Texans. I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence. He has a QB rating of 71.5 and 56.5. No, wait, I lied.
Ass.
Sorry. 56.5 and 12.9.
Oh, that's bad.
That
That is
that
like
I will say though,
dumpster shit,
I
bro.
have to say the 12.9 rating was because he got concussed because of freaking Al Shahir ran him over.
Yeah, but he still played like at least half that game, dude. He did try to rip his face off.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I do think that was definitely uncalled for. But so yeah, you're right. Trevor Lawrence has been bad against the Texans
He gonna
in the
be
last.
shaking in his boots back there because D'Amico Ryan's defense. This defense, man, I love this defense. It is like 2009 Saints defense. We are gonna hit you, and we're gonna be dirty. We're gonna be talking shit every time we hit you. Like,
But one Jaguar that's not ass is Cam Little. Your first prop.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, both of these quarterbacks are terrible. Trevor Lawrence is terrible against this team, like defensive wise, and D'Amico Ryan's just pins his ears back. He's gonna get pressure. He's like Jared Goff. The minute you get Trevor Lawrence pressure, he can't handle it. He gets hurt or he makes terrible decisions, like getting knocked the fuck out by Shahir. So the only way they're going to be able to score here is stalled out red zones because he's shaking in his boots, and Cam Little can kick it from the 50. So NFL record holding field goal kicker Cam Little. Give me 2 here in a dome all day, dude. All day. This should be 2.5. I'll give me Cam Little for 2.5, but I'll take 1.5.
Literally, and man could be in the Hall of Fame because he's a legit kicker. He is. Uh,
Dude, he could
he
have
is.
hit from 70 on that one easy.
It went way past the net. It
Yeah,
went through the net.
this this is a gimme pack, man. So Two in a dome
Okay.
against a shit offense on both sides. Cam will be the offensive leader.
But then we're back to how shitty the Jaguars are because you have Trevor Lawrence INT.
Yeah, man. You know what? It was a toss up. I really was. I flipped a coin. I said David Mills or Trevor Lawrence INT, and it just happened to be Trevor Lawrence. You pick the quarterback. Either one's throwing a pick today. This is going to be just like Thursday night. It is an ugly, ugly game. Both these quarterbacks suck. They are what garbage wants to be when it grows up, man.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that Bo Nix threw an interception. I was not surprised by the Geno Smith INT, but the Geno Smith INT was also because of GT. GT's he missed that catch. He botched it, and that's why I had the INT.
And
But
Nick's
Bo
threw
Nix
two.
INT was crazy. Like that was bad.
Dude, he threw two, and they were both bad decisions.
But I do like Trevor Lawrence to try to get sneaky because you really can't run on this Texans team. You have to pass the ball. Like they're really tough against the run.
And I'm
So
pretty sure there's no Brian Thomas Jr. He's got a high ankle sprain. And they put Travis Hunter, on the IR. So they're down to Parker Washington as their number one guy. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
we gotta remember they do have Shaheed.
Yeah, they did trade for Shaheed. If he's got enough time to throw the ball that far.
That's true. He is a deep ball threat only. So
And
uh
Trevor Lawrence
two
is going
routes.
to be seeing Texans uniforms in his sleep after this game. I don't think he's got enough time to throw the ball downfield.
Probably not. But game 4 for the show, game 2 for me is the Saints plus 5.5 at the Panthers minus 5.5 over 38.5. You know, man, it's the freaking Panthers, man. Panthers minus 5.5. I know it seems chalky. It seems like something you shouldn't do. Like you feel like the books are trying to get you. Like, oh yeah, look at them. They beat the Packers. You're gonna bet on the Panthers? Yeah, you are. You're gonna take that bait. Yeah, I'm taking that bait. Because honestly, the Saints are trash, bro. Like they are so freaking bad.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
They are the worst team in the league by far. And that's coming from a Jets fan. A
Hey
freaking
man,
Jets
we
fan.
haven't we haven't you, we haven't seen this new version of the Jets with no superstars. Like you guys very well could be the worst team by the end of the year.
If we lose to Dylan Gabriel, oh dude, chalk it up. We are the worst team in the league.
No, bro. I think Quinshawn Judkins eats you guys alive with no Williams in the middle.
It's very possible. It's very, very
But
possible, bro. We have nobody.
to the Panthers.
But the Panthers, bro. To the Pussycats. I'm on the Pussycats minus 5.5. You know why? They haven't lost at the crib. They don't lose at the crib. Okay, first of all. Also, you know what the Saints are? The Saints are a dome team going outside to the elements, and that's where you want them. That's right, where you want them, bro. In the elements, you want Tyler Shoe in the elements, bro, because he's gonna throw a pick. Okay, guaranteed. He throws an
Man,
interception.
dude, he throw it don't matter if you played inside an airport, fucking ceiling and all, he's gonna throw a pick, dog. He
Yeah, he's
sucks.
gonna throw a pick.
Tyler
He definitely throw a
sucks.
pick.
Like,
It's bad, but Rico Dowdle, first prop, under 19.5 rushing attempts. This opened up at 20.5. I got it at 20.5. Okay. They might need to shop around. They might still have it somewhere, but on price picks, it lowered to 19.5. Okay. So check your books, look around for it. If you can see 20.5, snag it immediately because he's not getting 21 carries, bro. It's very possible he might try to sneak his way to 20 carries, but he's not getting 21. I think he still gets under 19.5. I think he gets only 17, 16 carries in this game. Personally, he's hurt. He's playing hurt. And Cuba Hubbard has been getting healthier since Rico Dowdle has been taken over, even while Cuba's been on the field. So Cuba's been ready to go the last 2 weeks. He hasn't played a lot because Dowdle's the guy. And they're in high pressure situations. Guess what's not high pressure though this game? Because the Saints are going to lose. They're going to be down by 10 by halftime, which means why would you run your number one guy who's playing hurt when you have your last year's number one guy ready to go? I guarantee
that
you,
you just paid $21.5 million for 3 years.
David Tepper, he gonna tell you, hey, bro, better run that boy, better run Chuba Hubbard. You paid him too much money.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Especially
and
we didn't trade him. You better put his ass on the field.
literally, David Tepper,
He's like,
he's not a good GM,
I'll
bro.
start dumping beers on fans again.
Bro, like, bro, David Tepper is not a good GM, but he definitely knows money, and he's not gonna let some
Oh
guy
yeah,
get paid a bunch of money and not be used at home when they're gonna be
dude.
up.
David Tepper seems like the type of guy that bought an NFL team because he lost a bet drinking hardcore with his friends one night. You should buy the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, fuck yeah, I said. I fucking will. I'm gonna buy the Panthers. And they're gonna have a football team, and this is gonna be awesome, man. Like, has no idea how to run a fucking football team.
No, he's definitely not a good GM. One of the worst ones. Him and my Woody Johnson. Those are the worst GMs in the league. But yeah, Juwan Johnson.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones at least has 3 wins this season.
Damn.
Okay. Juwan Johnson over 3.5 receptions because I know that Tyler is going to throw the ball a ton in this game because the Panthers have actually fixed their run defense. They're actually defending the run very well. They're came leagues away from being the worst ever in history to being respectable. So I do think that Alvin Kamara, who should retire, is on old legs. Should pretty much retire, but I think he's gonna have a time in this game to really air it out, even whenever they shouldn't need to. Like, so there will be times where the middle of the field's open. Okay. Juwan Johnson's right there. Okay. Will Tyler Shue see him? It depends. Okay. Because he's not a good quarterback. But I'm telling you, the opportunities that Juwan Johnson will have is why I'm betting the over 3.5 receptions. I'm not betting on Tyler Shue to be a good quarterback and get Juwan over this reception prop. I'm relying on Juwan Johnson being the one that's blatantly open. And if you can't see him, bro, put in the Rat Man. Okay, I'm not. I know they said that. Oh, Tyler Shue might be the quarterback for the rest of the season. I'm not fucking buying it, dude. Okay, I'm not buying it. Yes, they gives you the best chance to lose, but if he's playing that bad, you gotta bench him. Okay, so I do think that there's multiple ways for Juwan Johnson to get over this reception total. However, though, I do know that the Panthers are not good against the tight end. Okay. The Panthers allow the seventh most yards to the tight end. Okay. They're not good against the tight end. They're good guarding receivers. They have really good DBs. Their safety could be better. Okay. Their linebackers could be better, but their linebackers are run stoppers. That's why they're better against the run this year. So so Juwan Johnson, over 3.5 receptions. I'm booking it. Uh, game 3 for Shaq. Game 5 for the show is Lions -8.5 at the commies. Yeah, I'm calling them the commies again. I'm not calling them the Redskins because they had to be respectable for me to call them the Redskins. Okay, this is they're. I'm gonna keep calling them the commies because they play like some punks, bro, and they are they're laying or they're getting 8.5 on at home versus the Lions. Over under is 49.5. Shaq's best bet is the under 49.5. I'm very sure it's because the commies suck and they ain't gonna even score 12 points. But
That
what do you
is
think?
exactly why. That is exactly why, dude. Because here's what's gonna happen. The Lions coming off a loss with Dan, they're pretty much gonna guarantee a win. Jameer Gibbs last week, he had his career low in yards, 26 against this team, who Luvu is serving a 1 game suspension for hip drop tackles for the season.
Damn.
Like they needed that. Lattimore gone for the year. So your run stopper in the
Oh
middle is
shit.
gone for this game. Lattimore, their corner, gone for the rest of the year with a blown ACL. You got no Jaden Daniels. Jakrosky Merritt, who is that? Because he ain't been nowhere for 3, 4 weeks now.
Who?
They got nothing. Oh, wait. They're going to be down, you said, to the Lions by multiple scores? They're going to have to throw the ball. Yeah, Mariota. They got no McLaurin out with a hamstring. You're going to have Debo's little short, fat ass back there as your number 1 guy, and Mariota throwing the ball. So it's not that I don't think the Lions can put up 30. It's that I don't think the commies can put up 10, man. They suck. And let's not forget, Dan Quinn's still the coach. Therefore, they will never win jack shit. He used all his Dan Quinn magic last year. He will be fired because next year's going to look just like this. So give me the under, bro. Commies suck. They're beat up everywhere. They have no firepower, no talent on either side of the ball. Give me the under.
Jameer Gibbs, touchdown is your first prop. You're going back to it.
I'm going back, man. He burned me last week. The books had that trap for sure. They stole a lot of people's money on Gibbs last week, but I'm not scared. I have no faith in these Commanders whatsoever. Their best tackler, the leader of their linebacking core, not going to be there. This defense is beat up. They're already not good against the run, and your best tackler is gone. You got no one in the middle of the field. Your defensive general is gone. Jameer Gibbs coming off a low, gonna run, dude. They're gonna eat these guys alive, and I feel like he's got revenge on his mind. You know, he wants to get right after last week's poor performance, and he's had a touchdown in almost every game but last week. So, things get right game for Jameer. He gets back in the win column here. Big part of the offense. You know he wants to get going. So I think I'm riding with it again.
I will slip in here and say, with Lulu being out, I would also look at Sam Laporta. He's been getting a lot of targets, bro, and he's been doing a lot
He
of
has
chip.
been a top 3 fantasy tight end the last 4 weeks in a row. So Laporta has
I
quietly
think
been
he's
very good.
without Lulu in the middle, I think there could be some opportunities for him. But prop 2 for you is David Montgomery over 42.5 rushing yards. Why?
Like I said, I think they're going to beat the living breaks off of these guys, dude. So they'll be up big. Um, Dan Campbell don't take the foot off the gas. He's gonna go for it on fourth down, whether he's up 49-9 or down 49-48. So he don't play favorites. He just does what he does, and that means when they're up big, they're gonna run the ball, and they do that very well. So Montgomery should have at least 12, 13 touches in this game, especially if they're up big. Gibbs gonna eat them alive in the first half. I just have no faith in Washington to pull anything together. You can smell the depression off of this team. Like Dan Quinn, Dan Quinn going to the microphone being like, Jaden's hurt because of me, and I take full responsibility for that. He's lucky there weren't bricks, tomatoes, and fucking God knows what else thrown at him when he said that. Like, you damn right, it's your fault, stupid. It's 38-7 with 5 minutes left in the game, and your quarterback gets his arm turned around to the point where he fucking backhands his own ass on the ground, and you wonder why people maybe could possibly draw the speculation to, that was your decision, dipshit? Yeah, it drives me nuts. So I have no faith in them. They're gonna get beat up on the ground. I think the Lions get like 150 rushing yards on them.
They should eat. And I think the commies, they used to have a good run defense, but now I can't say the same. And the injuries keep piling up, and the will to play is lowering for them.
We gotta
I think
start
we had a
Marcus Mariota again.
I definitely think we had to talk about this. I think we talked about the Commanders not being as good as last year, and how we knew that this was going to happen to them. Like they had an astounding year last year. It was bound to just come back to earth because you didn't have tape on Jaden Daniels. Now you got a whole year of tape.
Go back to the very first episode of Money Huddle. We had our future bets. I told you guys this is a fluke. Last year they were a fourth place scheduled team, and if they didn't beat the Bears on a Hail Mary, that team has a different trajectory the rest of the season. Plus, they were old as hell last year, and Dan Quinn does this fluky magic where he takes over first year, takes the team as far as they can go. He did it with the Falcons and chokes, and then can never repeat that success again. Classic example right here. So I told you guys this was a bust. They were the second number 2 team favorited to win this division at the beginning of the year, which was laughable. We all know it was going to be my boys, but this team is Lattimore. They even went out and traded for an old corner last year when they got Lattimore. And it really wasn't a solidifying trade. And my boys whooped their ass 55-20 something in the NFC Championship game because they got lucky, man. So I don't know. I just can't get behind it. You guys should have listened to me. If you bet on this team, you lost your money, you deserved it.
Yeah, this team was not constructed very well. And you had Terry McLaurin coming in with the contract issues. And it's like, dude, you're old. And that ain't that
And you
good.
can't stay healthy.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If people bet on them, they lost their money, just like the Commanders lost their money paying Terry McLaurin.
Should have let him walk, bro.
I would let say, hey, go find a Connor somewhere else. Go join the Jets or something.
My thing is what was the market for him? What were you guys like? We got to sign him before who comes and gets him? Who wanted McLaurin?
Exactly. Who? Literally who?
Only one Dan Quinn.
But game 6 for the show, game 3 for me is the Cardinals plus 6.5 at the Seahawks minus 6.5 over under 45.5. Do you think? I think I've bet on the Seahawks more than against them. I just they're both coming off of really early games in the week. The Cardinals came off the Monday night game. The Seahawks played the later game of the Sunday night games. So like they're both coming off of really late games, late wins. And I think there could be a hangover for the Cardinals beating the Cowboys, but I'm still taking the over 45.5. I know it's a divisional game. I know they're at the Seattle. Okay. But Seattle puts up points at the crib. Like, and I do think that this offense for the Cardinals has been very good with Jacoby Brissett specifically. A lot of players are playing better with a veteran mindset under center and not Kyler Murray, who relies too much on his own abilities to win the games. Like, yeah, I'm glad you can run the ball, but like, don't run the ball the entire game, Kyler Murray. You have to pass the ball and be an accurate passer under center, and that's what Jacoby Brissett has been doing. Okay, he's been very accurate, and we'll start with the Seahawks side though, with Zach Charbonnet, my first prop, over 11.5 rushing attempts. He has not gotten a lot of this. He averages 11 per game this season, but I do think that he should get more. In this game at home versus the Cardinals team, you can definitely run against. Like, even though the Cowboys lost, if they were down so bad, they would have kept running the ball with Javante Williams because he was doing really well. But it didn't happen. They were down bad. Dak had to keep passing the ball so that the running game didn't go very far. But I do think Zach Charbonnet has earned and will get over 11.5 rushing attempts just because they're going to be up. Okay, the line says it's the Cardinals plus 6.5. They're implying that the Seahawks could win this game by more than a touchdown, which means that there's much more opportunities for the run game in a game that they're in the lead the entire time. My second prop, Trey McBride over 64.5 receiving yards. I've been told y'all that there are certain divisions that are terrible against the tight end. And this is the division. Okay. This is 100% of the division, just like the Jets division. Okay. AFC East, we are terrible at defending the tight end. So are the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Rams, and the Cardinals. All of them are trash against the tight end. All of them are top 15 in the league. Bad. So McBride looks a lot better under Brissett than under Kyler Murray. I think that's going to be the main factor here for me. He doesn't need to get a lot of targets. Okay, his over under for catches is 5.5. It's a fucking lot. So I don't think he needs to get even 5 to get this number. He can get 4 catches and get past this number because he's a deep field guy. He's kind of like a Kraft, Tucker Kraft. He gets deep downfield. He's not just throw it to the flats. I'm over here at the flats. I'm gonna run 10 yards. No. He's like, I'm upfield, middle of the field, 15, 20 yards out. Give me the ball. So I do think that he's going to have opportunities to get over this number, and the opportunities is enough I need because I know he's going to get at least 7 targets this entire game in a game where you'll probably be behind. So yes, give me the over 64.5 receiving yards for Trey McBride. Sunday night football. Steelers +3 at Chargers -3. Over under 45.5. We have not decided on a prop bet yet for this game. What do you think we should do, Shay?
For me, I think this is an easy one. I'm gonna take the over here, and I'll explain why. The Steelers are 30th in the league against tight end, and homeboy Ariana Grande, Gatson, Gatson, the tight end for the Chargers, has been killing it. He has had he's averaging 9 targets a game. He had 10 catches in last week's game, and over 100 yards the last 2 weeks. He's had touch. He's just been killing it. So I feel like I know they lost Joe Alt. This defense, the Steelers defense, they did get Joey Porter back and they showed up last week, but the Colts are frauds. And I don't have any faith in that game at all because I'm gonna tell you right now, before we get into this game, the Colts schedule coming up, take a look at that. We're gonna find out if they finish with 10 wins or not, because they have a tough schedule. We're gonna find out if Sauce Gardner completes the puzzle or not, because they didn't look so good against the Steelers defense, and this Steelers defense has been destroyed all year. So I'm gonna take the over here is what I'm leaning towards. Chargers have a really good offense, and the Steelers here, they've been able to run the ball, and the Chargers have had a terrible run defense this year, and the Steelers are a run first team. And when they're running the ball, Jalen Warren's having a good night. Aaron Rodgers is free to throw the ball a little more, gives him more time in the pocket. So I think this just sets up for an over to me. I think both offenses are going to go crazy. Could be like a 28-31 type game.
I agree, man. I do think it's going to be the over. So that's our consensus bet. The over, 45 and a half. I think it's the over because I like Aaron Rodgers in the dome. Okay. Do think he gets to continue his upward trajectory off of that win versus Daniel Dimes, bro, at the crib. He gets to go to a dome now, warm weather. And guess what? He's a California boy. He loves being out here in Cali. Please give him a game in LA. So I do see him having a great day in this game. I'm not betting on him to have a great day, but I do think he will have a great day. Maybe you tune in to my uh, picks and parlays website, purchase a pick. You'll figure out why I do believe in this game. But our consensus bet is over 45 and a half. And Shaq's first prop is Jalen Warren touchdown. Why?
Chargers have been, I think they're a top, or I'm sorry, they're a bottom 8 run defense this year. They've been ran on. They've been proven to be ran on. Pretty much everybody can. Um, they don't really have that edge rusher presence. They have a pretty decent secondary, but as far as the rushing yards, they've been giving them up all year. Jalen Warren has been having a great season, and Rodgers trusts him, so he will have a lot of time on the field. Caleb Johnson, nobody has trust in. He won't touch it. Jalen Warren has been on the field for like 85% of snaps. So he's there for pass protection. He's catching balls. He's running. He's a big part of this offense. And when they get it, they want to control the clock. They love to run the ball. It's Arthur Smith. I can't stand him as a coordinator, but whenever they're inside the 10-yard line, Jalen Warren will get 6 carries. Like if they need a first down and goal, they're gonna keep handing it off. So they don't really throw the ball inside the 10-yard line. Jalen Warren sets up to have a good game in here against this Chargers defense.
I like this one too because I don't feel like the Steelers will be able to like throw into the end zone. I do think they'll be able to get up the field because you really can't. It's Derwin James, damn it. Okay, you're not getting a deep ball into the end zone on Derwin James. Okay, you're going to dink and dunk your way up the field. You're going to have to earn your way to the red zone. When they get there, what? Jalen Warren. Because they don't use any other running backs on the team. Literally, Caleb Gainwell is a non-factor, bro. The rookie guy they got from the draft is a non-factor. They don't do anything else but watch Jalen Warren and cheer him on. So it's going to be Jalen Warren, bro, all day in this game. But your part number 2, Ariana Grande. I mean, Arande Gadsden over 53 and a half receiving yards. The tight end. You like him?
Man, he's had 3 really good weeks back to back to back, and he's been a security blanket over the middle, check down for Herbert, especially with the offensive line beat up. They just lost Joe Alt for the year. They went out and traded for a lineman, so we'll see how that goes. They traded for a tackle. They just have not been able to stay healthy on the offensive line. But with that being said, he's got less time to throw. He's running more. He's having to get outside the pocket because the protection's not there for Justin Herbert. And who's there? Gadsden, man. Gadsden's been there. He's had 100 yards, 10 targets in the last two games. Each game, he's been used a lot. Like this rookie's been utilized. That's the thing about Harbaugh. If he goes and he drafts you in a draft, he has plans for you. He does not. He drafts very well, and whoever he takes, he plans to use. You look at Amari and Hampton. You look at Joe Alt, and you look at this guy. They're tied in here with Gadsden. Like they're all super effective. He has game plans, and I'm telling you, with the Steelers being 30th in the league against tight end, they give up the third most points fantasy wise to the tight end. They're going to get torched in the middle in this. Their secondary might be back, but their linebackers are not. They're old men on the defense, and they've just been using Gadsden so much. He will be a security blanket for the rush coming in tonight with their line or against Herbert not having time and that O line being beat up.
I do think that it's a big part is the O line being beat up. Like without Joe Alt, it's gonna be a tough battle to stay upright for the entire 5, 6 seconds you got once the ball is snapped. But I still believe that these Pittsburgh Steelers DBs are old because I have Lab McConkey over 4.5 reception. Georgia, Georgia Dogs, man. I think he's going to have a great day because guess what the Steelers do? They play zone. That's not what you want when you have a fast receiver like the ones that the Chargers have. I'm going to get out the way right now. I think the Chargers win the game. Okay. They're favorited by 3.5. I'm not going to take the 3.5 because you always are supposed to lay the 3.5, not take the 3.5. So statistically, you want to bet on the Steelers plus 3.5, but I'm taking the Chargers money line with this over. I do think they have a lot of chances to get up on each other in various ways. But Lad McConkey, bro, 4.5 receptions. He's a zone eater. He doesn't just go deep. He gets into open pockets. And if you're playing zone because you're worried about Kamani Vidal running over you because he's been going off this season too. Vidal's been doing a lot. Like he's been a surprise.
He has. He has been good, but last week he got shut down when Alt went down. They could not run the ball. And your take on this Chargers game, I have the exact opposite take. I like I like the Steelers money line here. I mean, I'm glad we're taking the over, but I think that offensive line, that what do the Steelers do best? They blitz off the edge. So it's going to be a tough night for Herbert. I'm not saying that Harbaugh won't have a plan. There'll be a plan to get the ball out quick and fast. And these DBs are old, but I'm just saying I think if they can get sacks on Herbert, if they can make stops in the run game with no Alt there, which it looked pretty apparent without him that Vidal didn't have he runs a lot to the left with Alt. Most of their runs are designed to go towards Alt side for a reason. Without him there, it's going to be on Herbert. So I kind of like the Steelers plus 3.5.
Hey, I love the discrepancy because then we can revisit this after the game. We'll see who has the best bet, but luckily we have a consensus bet, and we will remind you that it is the over 45.5. We did decide on that because we obviously have different viewpoints on the side. So yes, but we do think that both people can put up points on each other. It's in a dome. It should be more free. It should be more loose with the play script. And my part number two, speaking of loose with the place grip is Chris Boswell. He's a guaranteed, guys. Okay, stop playing around with this man. He's probably the best kicker in the league. Since Justin Tucker got stopped because of some allegations of Deshaun Watsoning out there in Baltimore, he's been getting some massages and doing some things. Chris Boswell came in here and was like, man, I'm just here to try to kick the farthest I can kick and the most amount of times in a row I can kick. That last game against the Colts, bro, was not good weather on bad field. Like the field was messed up. It was messy. It was dirty. He slipped. He literally slipped on his last kick, bro. Still made it. Still made it. It doesn't matter. But the man is reliable, bro. He's reliable. And him to have 2 field goals in this game inside a dome, he's definitely not missing. He actually might kick it from farther than he has before. That's how I'm confident, bro. So give me Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals.
That's easy money, bro. In a dome. Like, yeah, I was gonna say, you saw that shit last week with him slipping, dude, in shit weather. He still went 2 for 2. The man don't miss. In a dome, man, that's practice for him. It's child's play. He is like people
Literally.
sleep on him. I really feel like he is the most reliable kicker in the NFL.
Yeah, I will say I won my kicker league with him 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and he's still doing it, bro. I wanted to draft him this year too, but I didn't have the first pick in the draft because he went first overall. Guarantee he went first overall. So I was like, damn, I wish I could have got him. But we are on to Monday Night Football. It's the Eagles plus 1.5. Hey, the new look Eagles defense at the Packers minus 1.5, over unders 45.5. We are 100% an Eagles podcast, but we have the Eagles fan here to give you the truth on why we are consistently betting what. Because I don't even know what we're betting here, bro. I'm not sure because you have not taken the Eagles plus 1.5. You have not taken the Eagles money line in a while. So where are we going with this, bro?
All right, brother. I'm taking the Eagles money line all day, bro. I'm
Let's
taking the Eagles money line
go.
here. Let's
Let's
go. We went out
go.
and got an edge rusher. We got Yair Alexander. We're trying to sync up that secondary. I mean, we're coming off a bye. The Packers did not look good against the Panthers. Let's go, man. I feel like we got a good feeling in this. Give me the Eagles money line. It's a pick 'em as it is. I'm gonna pick my boys. I have no faith in Jordan Love. They lost Kraft. The offense has no idea what they are other than run the ball with Jacobs and then maybe find a guy. There is not a number one guy now that Kraft is gone for the year. They have no way, dude. And I feel like the vibes in Philly are high. You know, we went out, Howie did that Howie magic where he always gets defensive guys. How do these people keep trading with Howie? Like, what does he do? This man has got to have some kind of something, man. He's got to have like dirt. He's got like PIs on everybody, dude. I'm telling you something. Because every single year somebody trades Howie Roseman, and you know you shouldn't. You know you shouldn't. But man,
Yeah.
we look good on defense. I think we get better. I think we become a top 5 defense like we're supposed to be by the end of the season. And just like we did last year, we're starting to figure out who we are. So I think the Eagles are going to ride high. We're going to take a big control in the division, be 7-2 after the end of this game. Give me the Eagles money line all day.
I'm on you, bro, with this, bro, because I do feel like the Eagles are going to win this game. Like the plus 1.5 is BS because like I would take that too. Like, but why would you bet the plus 1.5 if you didn't think you win the game outright? You only bet on dogs you think can win the entire game. Like, if I saw the Saints plus 5.5 versus the Panthers, and I thought that the Panthers were going to lose that game, you bet on the underdog money line. Because why would you bet on them to keep it close and not win the game outright? But this is such a close line to the even money line. You have to take the Eagles money line. If you believe in them at all, keeping it close at all, you have to bet the money line. Because realistically, the Packers aren't a team to beat somebody by 2 points. Like a sack in the end zone? like, what are we talking about here, bro? No. It's the Eagles money line, but it's because the the Eagles off a bye week. Okay. So yeah, the Packers get to stay home and oh, it's redemption. Oh my God. But there were some questionable injury playing through for the Eagles players. Like Saquon, he was hurt in that last game with the Giants. He was playing through that. I do think he's healthier now. AJ Brown, not healthy. Or just being a diva and crying all the time. Maybe he's not crying anymore. Maybe he's also not hurt. So
AJ Brown already said he's back. He's playing 100%. Yeah, in the
see,
locker room today. If you want to guys go check that clip out, they asked him about, were you scared about being traded? What were you doing during the off season? And Devontae Smith said he chirping because the lockers are right next to each other. He ain't going nowhere, never was. And he said, I'm playing. They asked him about his availability Monday night, hamstring. He said, I'm playing. I'm in. Dead ass. So that's the thing, man. We're all healthy here. And Saquon, I'm gonna tell you right now, I think Saquon gets limited touches. I think they're gonna try and make him look like it. But he was playing. He pulled his groin in that game against the Giants, and you need Saquon playoff time. We just saw Tank Bigsby go off on 12 carries, 131 yards when Saquon wasn't in this game. Saquon last time against the Giants, that was the first game he had 100 total yards all season. I've been betting the under. I've only missed the under once. That was last week. And the only time I bet the over, I lost, which was week 2. And I've bet the under ever since. I'm going to take the under here because we know Saquon, he's capable of it. We're halfway through the season, and we just traded for Tank Bigsby, another Howie Roseman trade early on in the season. And I feel like he is going to get yards and touches in this game. It's going to siphon off of Saquon. He solidified the number 2 role with that performance 2 weeks ago before the bye. No more A.J. Dillon. Will Shipley will be in there every so often, but let's face it, Tank Bigsby looked good. I'd rather have a man named Tank than a dude named Shipley out there.
on God, bro, I do think that Saquon he doesn't struggle, but like I don't think that he's being used that much, bro. Because the Packers have shown lapses in the passing game. The Eagles actually, I'm telling you, I told you this before the show. We're telling the crowd, the viewers, the same thing. If the Panthers had a reliable tight end, they would have beat the Packers by more than 3 points. I think they would have had a better time moving the ball up the field because Javion Sanders, that's the tight end's name for the Panthers. He sucks. Okay, he's trash. Yeah, he's not good, bro. So I think that would help. And you know what your second prop is? It's on a tight end that's an actual tight end, an actual living, breathing tight end who catches the ball, who scores touchdowns, who knows what a football actually is. It's Dallas Goddard, over 3.5 receptions. Why are we both agreeing on this?
This is it. So before this, I had Jalen Phillips for over 0.25 sacks. Thought the new guy, edge rusher, think he's going to get hyped, get in there and get it. I still like that bet, but we were talking about how bad the Packers are, and against the tight end, and it made me change my mind because here's a Shaq's fact for you: Dallas Goddard has the most tight end touchdowns this season so far. I'm pretty sure he's sitting at 7 or 8, and he's quietly done that. He's not. He's only averaged like a big game for Dallas Goddard. He never gets more than 4 or 5 catches. I think he's had one game with 6 this season, but he's had a couple games with 2 or 3. So in this game, he should be a reliable source for the Packers are susceptible in the middle of the field here. And I like Dallas Goddard. He's every time they've played Brazil last year and in the playoffs, Dallas Goddard has eaten their lunch. So, and we've won both those games. And the Packers, I know they want us at home. They got us at home. They probably got this game circled, but I just trust my boys, man. We know them too well. I have no faith in Jordan Love, and I think Dallas Goddard plays a big part in this. I'd like him for a touchdown too, but I could see him having 3, 4 catches easy in this game. It's funny because Dallas Goddard seems to only get catches when AJ Brown's on the field, so there's something to do there. There's where AJ's diva targets go. Is Dallas Goddard getting those tough yards over the middle? So I like him to have 3.5 year. Packers are right there with the Steelers in the bottom 20. They're like bottom 5 in the league against tight ends. So he should have a good night.
They are bottom 5 in the league against tight ends overall, but they are the worst in terms of receptions to the tight end. They give out 7 per game. 7 receptions caught per game. Who's to tell how many targets that person gets? But they're giving out those receptions per game. Dallas Goddard is a guy who is reliable. I do think that Jalen Hurts has a day in the pass game against the Packers. I do. And also, the worse so the worse it is for the defense to guard other players on the team, the more likely the fourth or fifth options are going to get something. So if the Packers, which I assume will be struggling to guard Saquon and AJ and Devonta, well, guess who else they got to worry about? Dallas Goddard. But they're going to pick their poison. They're going to pick their poison, and Dallas Goddard is the poison that they're going to be like, oh, if he gets open, he gets open, whatever. Well, we already stuck against him anyways. Let's go ahead and get some catches. So he's going to get 4 catches, bro. He might even get 7 because they're allowing 7 per game. Okay. So I like that a lot. I'm with that. But my first prop is Saquon Barkley touchdown. You know why? Because it is plus money. This is ridiculous. Okay. If you would have told me last year he'd be plus money to score a touchdown, I would have took it every game. This year he started off slow, a little banged up. Now he's off a bye week. Possibility of him being healthier than he was 2 weeks ago is very liable. And I do think that he gets into the end zone in this game, just like Rico Dowdle, just like a lot of running backs on the Packers this season. They aren't the best team defensively, guys. Okay. Yes, they have Michael Parsons. He started off pretty hot, cooled off a little bit. He cooled off a little bit in the last couple games. Like, I don't know how legit this Packers defense is. Okay. Yeah, you held Bryce Young to whatever, but this is not Bryce Young and the Panthers, bro. This is the freaking Eagles, bro. We are Eagles podcast. You're gonna have to come with something else than just that, bro. If you allow the Panthers 14 points, you're gonna allow the Eagles 27. That's just math to me. But my first bet is Saquon touchdown. He's gonna have to have one. He's gonna get this second half because their second half starts now. Like they're like, hey, we haven't had the best season we've had in the last few years. This is actually a pretty bad start compared to those 2 years. We're gonna ramp it up now. I know we don't have competition in our division, But in the conference, we got competition. So we need to get up there. We need to get the 1 seed. We need to get the 1 seed, bro, for real. So I think that they're going to have to make it to where it goes through. Uh, is it Lincoln Financial? Is that you guys? Yeah, Lincoln Financial. So I think they will do that by winning this game for sure. Because the Packers are questionable, bro. Jordan Love is questionable, very very questionable. My part number two, dude. They're not frauds, bro.
Dude, they're frauds. Look,
Really?
man, Matthew Golden, Christian Watson, Michael Parsons epidurals not working. Jordan Love he'll throw you 4 touchdowns and then turn around and throw 3 picks the next night. I don't know why everybody is so on Jordan Love, man. They're like, oh, he went 9-8 and made the playoffs. He's an elite quarterback now. Last year, oh, he was hurt, so they didn't do so well. It's like, come on, man. You know what drives me nuts? Literally drives me nuts is people want to act like Jordan Love is the second coming of Brett Favre and fucking Aaron Rodgers, but you're not going to give my boy Jalen Hurts the respect it is for being the most winning quarterback ever through first 4 seasons. The man has won 74% of his starts since coming into the league. That's 3 out of 4 games for his career, guys, in case you were wondering. And yet, they disrespect him. You know how much disrespect they give him? He's at 25-1 odds for the MVP. You know who's thrown a perfect quarterback rating this year? Jalen Hurts. You know who else has? Not a fucking soul. Put some respect on my boy. Jordan Love sucks, bro. And I'll be the first to say it. You guys gargle on it. He's got so much wide receiver talent, and yet you guys can't figure out who is your number 1 guy. To the point where you signed a guy that was crippled last year to a long-term deal to just make sure you had somebody there. And then you still went out and got a first-round wide receiver. So now you've got 2 guys you went out and got first-round wide receivers. After Aaron Rodgers left, you guys do everything ass backwards, and you're telling me that a kid from Utah State that went nowhere is an elite quarterback? Get out of here, dude.
I agree 100%, bro. I do think. See, I'm gonna bet on Jalen Hurts over 18 and a half completions because I think he is elite. We are Eagles podcast. We support the Eagles. I think that he is elite. And I think that he will showcase his passing skills today in this game. You got Jalen Hurts over 18 and a half completions. The dink and dunks, bro. Even not even just the dink and dunks. You don't have to dink and dunk all the time on this game. But I think that that's where you beat the Panthers, right? Because even Bryce Young had 11 for 20. 11 for 20 is 50%, damn it. Okay. So I do think that a better quarterback will, with more options, I'm telling you, if Bryce Young had more options, bro, specifically a tight end, he would have had more completions. That's where you, and that's, but bro,
If he had better options, you ain't getting shit done with Xavier Gets country ass out there, bro. I'll tell you that right now. I want to like him. I like him as a person. No offense, big country, but you are not an elite receiver. And Coker, sorry, man, you can't stay healthy. But look at this. Either way, they've taken all those receivers in the first 2 rounds over the last 3 seasons. Don't matter. They still don't know how to use them out there, bro. So I was gonna say Jalen Hurts has much better options here. They will move the ball. They don't need to rely on the run game. They've shown that the last couple weeks. I think the Eagles' offense is really coming around on what they know they can do, what they can do. Jalen's gone out and proven it, obviously, with a perfect passer rating, that he can throw the ball. with or without AJ Brown.
Yes, he's one of the most least mistake prone quarterbacks in the league. One thing you can never say about Jalen Hurts is that he gives the ball away. And no, he does not. Okay. No, he does not. And if you do get the ball from him, you worked your ass off to get the ball back because he's not doing it, bro. He's very careful with the ball. He's a perfect game manager. Okay. Which means that whenever there's times where he has to air it out, he freaking will. But then y'all expect him to do it. Oh, how come you're not Mahomes? Air it out every time, all the time. Look at you. Look at who you got. I don't gotta do that all the time either. I got running. I got Saquon Barkley. Damn it. I got Dallas Goddard. Damn it. I can just them get up the field for me.
Bro, you want to hear a crazy stat that I heard? So you were talking about turnovers and how Jalen doesn't have turnovers. Do you know what he does most consistently? After he commits a turnover, his next drive usually scores. It's like 78% of the time. He scores after a turnover. The man makes up for it. Like if he turns the ball over, look at the Super Bowl we lost against the Chiefs. Lost that fumble inside the red zone, turned around and threw a 60-yard bomb, dude. Got us right back into it. Like that is what he does. There is not another Jalen Hurts out there. And people underestimate winning for some reason as a great trait. Why, man, it drives me nuts how much disrespect Jalen Hurts gets. Like, cool, he's not throwing 300 yards and 4,000 yards in a season, but he's putting up touchdowns with his legs. He's throwing bombs, dude. He'll kill you in the short game. He'll take what you give him. And this man has a 74% winning rate for his career. How is he 25 to 1 odds? He's like seventh best odds for MVP right now when he's tied for the best record in the NFC. It just I don't get it. Call me a homer, but it don't make no sense. We want to sit here and suck Joe Burrow's fucking crippled dick every night because he went to a Super Bowl once and lost. Lost. He's a top 5 quarterback, but we're having trouble putting Jalen in the top 6, 7. Crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't see I don't see why there's hate on Jalen Hurts. Uh, I would hate on him because he went to Bama, but he also went to Oklahoma. So I will say he is not that bad of a guy. He literally left hell and went to a nicer place and got drafted by a nicer place. So I will say I am on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon. I am hopping on the Eagles train. But that is our bets for the week. We have a prize picks parlay that we are more confident in than last week. Because really, last week, the only thing that fucked us over is also in this parlay again. So we are literally trying it one more time. I swear, dude, if he ruins it for us again, oh my god. But we hit everything but him. Okay. But our first prop. These are props that we choose of each other's best props. So Shaq chose this two comfortable, reliable in his eyes props of mine. And I chose the best props that I think of his that will hit. So my first prop that I like of Shaq's Cam Little, man, over 1.5 field goals. Okay. There's no Kyrie Fairbairn. Okay. What's next best thing? Cam Little. Okay, so let's go Cam Little over 1.5 field goals. Okay. Part number 2 that I like of Shaq's, which is the one that killed us last time, is Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. He did not have one last week. It ruined the entire parlay. Nobody won any money, but you would have if he would have. I do think he gets one this week because they have to get him going. You don't want him to have 3 straight weeks with no touchdown. That's insane. Gotta give him a touchdown. I would have put Dallas Goddard receptions, but that is a Monday night game. We're not giving you Monday night props in the price picks parlay. Why do you have to wait that long to win? Okay, why should you have to wait a whole day after all the games to win? We're not doing that. Okay, we're going back to Jameer Gibbs touchdown. Okay, his best props that I picked are Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals. We're going kicker for kicker, man. We love the kickers. Okay, they got one job, and we're choosing two of them that actually do their one job right. Like, because a lot of them don't do their job right. We've seen so many oh, hit the turn bikes. Oh, it's hit right up the up crossbar. Like, oh no, like we're not doing that. Okay, we don't bet on guys who hit the crossbar. We literally just immediately mark them off the list of ain't the guy. But Cam Little, Chris Boswell, those are the guys, bro. They're dudes. So we're gonna bet on them in this price picks parlay. And his last prop that he likes of mine is Rico Dowdle under 19 and a half rushing attempts. He believes that this could go under, way under this. I'm talking about 15, 16 carries. He's hurt. Man should not have to run the ball 20 times. What the hell? And it opened up at 20 and a half. It's already lowered to 19. I wonder if it might lower again. It might lower under 19 and a half before the game starts. So get it now. Bet it now. Because I'm telling you, he ain't getting 20 carries, bro, in this game. You're worse than the Saints. The Saints suck, bro. They're terrible.
Dude, there's literally no way. I just it's crazy. 20 times? 20 touches is insane, especially with the amount that he had last week. Plus, you got a healthy Chuba Hubbard that you just paid a shit ton of money. Like, yeah, I could see him getting 17, 18, just pushing it, dude. I wouldn't. I mean, you feel like if this guy is your guy, this is the guy you want back there, you're going to need him if you're going to make a playoff rush. So use Chuba Hubbard. He's more than capable. That's why I'm like, Chuba should have 12 touches in this game just to keep Rico fresh.
Agreed. And I think that there's a lot of, I know this season's over for this Panthers team, yes. But this man's already given you a lot. You try and drain him dry, get him hurt. Like Chuba Hubbard, let him play his contract out. Let the man play out the rest of his time. Maybe even get some looks so he can go to a different team, hopefully a better team next year. Because y'all trash still. Even if you guys got, I'm on a win streak, y'all are still trash. Okay, but that is our bets for this week. If you were to bet this Price Picks parlay, you'll win $150 if you bet $20. Okay, so it's definitely worth a sprinkle. Okay, definitely worth a sprinkle. You bet $10, you win half of that. So it's still worth a sprinkle. $75, $10 bet wins $75. I would still take that. I'm still betting that. So like put $10 on it, bro. Ain't nothing. So that is our bets for this week. We're gonna go through them one more time really quickly before we head out. Game one, Giants plus 4.5 at Bears minus 4.5. Over unders 46.5. Shaq's taking the under. It's actually 47.5 now. It went up. We're taking the under though. Okay. I don't know why it's going up. That's crazy. But we're going under 47.5. We are taking, well, Shaq's first prop is the Jackson Dart touchdown anytime. I think he uses his legs. I think he's right. Shaq's prop number 2 for this game is Kyle Monangai over 40.5 rushing yards. I heard this is a very popular prop. So I'm believing in it too. I think it's going to happen. Game 2 for the show. Game 1 for me is Patriots plus 2.5 at the Bakerneers. Minus 2.5 over unders 48.5. You know we're going over 48.5, man. Because if I'm not gonna bet on Baker to win the game outright, which he should. He probably will. I hope he does, because fuck the Patriots, dude. This is me getting back the Patriots without being the Jets versus Patriots. Also, the Jets play the Patriots the week after this week. So, yeah, hopefully they just demoralize them, their spirits. But over 48 and a half, because I know that there's going to be a grinded out battle, bro. I know it's going to be a back and forth affair because at home, Baker is elite. He can literally play with the mailman as a receiver. He is going to put up points at the crib. Okay. So Drake, man, you better do something. You better do something. So 48 and a half over. First prop. Drake May over 24 and a half rushing yards because I think he will do something. Okay. I will respect this man's name. He will do something in this game. Uh, Part number 2 is Tess Johnson over 3.5 receptions. Tess Johnson's a guy. He's young. He'll be open. They'll get him the ball. He's one of the only options. Game 3 for the show. Game 2 for Shaq is Jaguars plus 1.5 at the Texans minus 1.5. Over under is 37.5. Of course, he's going under. Davis Mills, Trevor Lawrence, 2 good defenses, a good kicker. For his first prop, he has Cam Little over 1.5 field goals. Good kicker, bro. You're gonna have to take that bet, bro. There's no Kaimi Fairbairn. Who know? Michael Wright is the kicker for the Texans this game. I don't know who the hell that guy is. We ain't taking him. No, there's no Kaimi Fairbairn. There's no bet on that side. Nope. But if he was, Shaq would have took him, guaranteed. If he was, he would have took Kaimi Fairbairn immediately. But Shaq's part number 2 is Trevor Lawrence interception because he's just not good. Okay, he's just really suspect, and this team is not winning the division. Sadly, I know that Shaq hates it, bro, but it's Daniel Dimes' division. He's running it.
Bro, I'm telling you, they're frauds. They're gonna lose 3 of the next 5 games. You look at that schedule. The Colts they will not. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They will finish with 10 wins. Yeah.
You're telling me they're gonna lose to the Falcons in Germany?
Maybe.
Hell no.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the
No.
chance.
Relax. Relax.
There's no way, dude. The Falcons are good, but no way they're gonna do this, bro.
Now look at the Colts' remaining schedule. You tell me how many wins they got in there.
Okay, they got the Falcons, they got the Chiefs, they got the Texans.
Loss. I think they lose to the Texans if they get Stroud back. They're definitely losing to the Chiefs. Let's say they turn into 8-4. They got Tennessee in there somewhere too. That's a win. But.
The Jags.
There's your 10 wins.
I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying the hate. Daniel Dimes is going to win the division easily. You know why? Because I think in this game, the Jaguars beat the Texans. Then what? Oh, Jaguars beat the Texans. Then the Colts beat the Jaguars both times, sweep the division, and get their ass into the playoffs because they are winning the division. Okay, I'm not taking anyone else but the freaking Colts. I do think they got better with Sauce Gardner. We'll get there. We'll get there And after this game in Germany, we'll talk. But until then, just know they ain't losing to the freaking Falcons, bro. But yeah, you have the under.
I will take the Falcons 4.5, whatever the point spread is. Give me the Falcons money line on that one. That's where I'm at. Penix is back, dude. We'll see how Sauce Gardner goes up against Drake London, but Kyle Pitts should have a big game because Indy is not good against the tight end. I just don't think I don't trust it, man. I watch Atlanta's defense show up because they show up like every other week, and it's in a dome.
All right.
And
All
playing.
right. It's gonna be interesting to come back to that game. We're gonna have to come back to that game. I don't know. But you have the under 37.5 in this Jaguars Texans game. You have your first prop is Cam Little. You got Trevor Lawrence interception. My second game, fourth game for the show is Saints plus 5.5 at Panthers minus 5.5. Over unders at 38.5. I'm taking the Panthers minus 5.5. I kind of like the under, but then I wonder how many points the Panthers can put on this team. Panthers can put up a lot on this team. I think they're gonna be able to showcase their offense because the offense wasn't shit last game. Yeah, they won the game. Good defense. It was cold. Now you're in the warm weather at home. They're about to put up points on the Saints team. Saints are gonna know what the hell is this? And their dome team going outside. But my first prop is Rico Dowdle under 19.5 rushing attempts. I think it probably is Jawan Johnson over 3.5 receptions because Tyler Shue can't throw the ball 50 yards, which means it's going to be Jawan Johnson dink and dunk. Uh, game 5 for the show, game 3 for Shaq is Lions minus 8.5 at the commies plus 8.5 over unders 49.5. Shaq's bet is the under 49.5. First prop, Jameer Gibbs touchdown. Prop number 2, David Montgomery over 42.5 rushing yards. Game 6 for the show. Game 3 for me is Cardinals plus 6.5 at Seahawks minus 6.5. Over unders 45.5. I'm taking the over 45.5. Okay. I like Zach Charbonnet to get some freaking love. Do something. He averages 11 carries a game. He needs to get 12 in this game because the Cardinals can be ran up on, and they will be ran up on. Uh, and Kenneth Walker sucks. But Drake, my part number 2 for Drake is Trey McBride over 64.5 receiving yards. Okay. We're going over with that because the tight end, Seahawks suck against tight end, bro. So do the Cardinals. So you can even take AJ Barner or Arroyo. You can take those guys over uh, their props too against this Cardinals team because they both suck against tight ends. Um, Sunday night football. Steelers plus 3. Chargers minus 3. Over under 43.5. Our consensus bet is the over 45.5. Shaq's first prop is Jalen Warren touchdown. His prop number 2 is Arande Gadsden over 53.5 receiving yards. It's gonna be open. Okay. It's gonna be open. And he's a guy who gets up the field. He gets those deep passes. He doesn't get the shallow dig and dunk up 5 yards, up 10 yards. He gets big catches, bro. So he might not even get 5 catches. He might get like 3 catches for 60 yards. That's how he be really getting his yards and big catches. He's a young guy. My prop number 1 is Lab McConkey, Georgia boy, to get over 4.5 receptions because I think he will have the receptions. He's not going to have a big yardage game off of 2 catches. He's going to have a big yardage game over 5 catches, 6 catches, maybe even 7. He's at home. He catches the most passes at home. So, Lab McConkey over 4.5 receptions. Part number 2 is Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals. I told you already, man. I ain't telling you again. Chris Boswell is the man. He is him. So, of course, book it. Monday Night Football. You know we are Eagles freaking podcast. So we're going with the Eagles, man. Okay, we're going with the freaking Eagles on the money line against the Packers over under 45.5. I don't care if it's in Lambeau. The Panthers beat them in Lambeau. So why do we care? I mean, like the Panthers beat you in your own home field. We don't care, man. You think we care? You think that
We
we
do
care?
not care.
We do not, bro. They are frauds. As Shaq says, man, they're frauds.
It's a fraud.
Jordan Love is a fraud. We're going to expose him, bro, because without Kraft, Tucker Kraft, he ain't shit. Because every catch Tucker Kraft made in the last game before he got hurt, it was yards after the catch. It was not him throwing an accurate deep ball. It was Tucker Kraft taking it 20, 30 yards after a catch. Yes, like it's very Travis Kelsey esque. He's open in the middle of the field. He makes the quarterback look good. So he's hey, guess what? He's gone. So good luck. Hoping Musgrave can get you there. He ain't gonna be able to get you there. Okay, freaking Musgrave, no. But Shaq's first prop is Saquon Barkley under 98.5 total yards. The under's been hidden. Keep betting the under until it does you wrong, but it hasn't done you wrong enough to not bet it. So Shaq's part number two. Yeah, one time. One time. So Shaq's part number two is Dallas Goddard over 3.5 receptions. I also agree with this. We talked about this. I also aside with this. I think he has like 5 receptions in this game. Uh Prop number one for me is Saquon Barkley touchdown because why is it plus money? This is just a why. It's a why bet. What are the reasonings that they think I should not bet on Saquon touchdown? Well, if it's a trap, you got me because I'm going to bet on it. And part number two is Jalen Hurts over 18.5 completions. I believe he dinks and dunks his way, does whatever he wants to. Honestly, he did whatever he wants to in this game. Okay, I think the Packers are going to try to throw the ball as much as they can, which is going to keep the game competitive, and which is why it's a plus 1.5 spread because they think that both teams are going to score points on each other, which is very liable because Jordan Love has something to prove, and the Eagles have something to prove on both sides of the ball off this bye week. So we'll see what happens. But I do think that it's going to be a back and forth game when Jalen Hurts has to throw the ball. He can't just run the ball the entire game this time. He really can't. So over 18.5 completions. And our prize picks parlay is $20, went to 150. It's Cam Little over 1.5 field goals. It's Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. I would not be mad if you wanted to wait till Monday and substitute this Jahmyr Gibbs pick for a Dallas Goddard receptions. Okay, if you want to do that, I might do that myself. Okay, but we're trying to give you all picks from Sunday, not Monday.
Goddard. With Goddard, it's 9 times, so you'd bring back 180 for $20. I checked into that.
Even better, Shaq says you might have to make the switch off of just the compensation benefit. You got to substitute Jahmyr Gibbs for Goddard, just off the money you can make. But we do believe that Jahmyr Gibbs will get a touchdown in this game. But yes, so do your own thing. You don't have to take our entire bets that we give you. Do your own thing. You might go, oh, I do believe in Cam Little. Oh, I do like Boswell. Oh, I do like Dowdle under. But I don't know about the Gibbs, man. I'm not going to get burned again. Then go pick something else. Do your own thing. We're just giving you a foundation. We're giving you a template to get this money. But either way, Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals. Rico Dowdle under 19.5 rushing attempts. And that parlay will get you $150. Okay? That is our bets for the show, guys. It is a long ass show, one of our longest ones. an hour and 45 minutes and counting still. So we're gonna make this short and sweet for this goodbye, so you can get the hell out of here. Oh shit! So we can get the hell out of here because we definitely waited a long time to give y'all this video. Uh, Shaq, any last words for the peoples?
We will be back Wednesday night. We've got the Monday night game already taken care of for you guys. I couldn't go 2 solid weeks without giving you an Eagles Saquon prop. So, but we got the whole weekend covered. You got all day Saturday to go over this video. You've got the morning of Sunday to get over this video. We're trying to get it to you earlier, guys. We're trying to give you as much content as we can. Break it up, fast forward, go to the end, go to the front, check out the games we're doing. Whatever you got to do, check out the shorts. We're going to have more short content coming in. I'm going to have reels starting soon. Whatever we don't cover on here, I'm going to have segments for you guys, all right? We're going to have Shaq's Facts. I'm going to have 5 things you should know before you go into betting for this week, whatever week we're in. I'm going to have an ass back segment. You got 5 players that need to get their ass back on the bench. You will not start in fantasy this week. It's a bad idea. I'm looking forward to that one. Get that back on the bench. And then we're going to go, how far can we spread it? That's going to be that. We're going to do the spreads on the games that we don't do on here. I'm going to give you my over-unders, what we're going to do, money lines, and whatnot. So working on things coming. We will have shorts. I will have that content coming to you December 1st for sure, if not sooner. So look out for that. We got all these bets for you guys. Go out there, make these bets, get them in. The lines move. So watch this video, study up, and we appreciate you guys. We're going to get it to you.
It's a long ass video, man. It's like damn near the Lord of the Rings of football. Okay, it ain't what you want, but it's what you're gonna get, and you're gonna enjoy it. But hey, good luck with y'all's bets as always. Like you won't get to hear our voices until the next week. And now that we have the Monday Night Football game already put into this video, you won't need to hear us at all until Wednesday. So enjoy the voices, enjoy the laughter, the banter, the shit talk, everything. Because that's what we give you out here at Money Huddle, man. We want to give you a good time, not just facts. You know, you don't have to watch the whole thing. Skip through to where these videos are broken up. Not on YouTube, but if you're on Spotify, they are broken up into sections. So you can skip into the Panthers. You can skip into whatever team you like to listen to, you want to know about, what game you are already looking at. You can piece apart and scroll into whatever we talked about already this game in this podcast. So check it out on YouTube. We will be releasing shorts because I know some of y'all have short attention spans. So we have to give you the short version of the show. Okay. So tune in and just keep watch for the shorts and for any other releases by Shaq in the future because he's been on fire. Ain't gonna lie. Man's over unders. I'm gonna be a viewer of those shorts. I'm gonna be the person. Yeah, me and him working together. But I'm gonna be like this. I'm like, I'm giving you half your views, bro. Because I'm like, I need to know what you guys betting on too. Because I don't know what you got the unders and the overs. I want what you got. So
Let me tell you, I have been excited for the actual sport books to come to Missouri for years. I've told my friends for years, if I could only bet the spreads legitimately, I would be so happy. So it is coming, guys. I have been wanting to bet this for a long time. I bet them every time. We did work pools. I'd always kill at the over unders, bet against the spreads. Trust me, man. I am ready to win you all some money on this. We're gonna do some. Underdog started the parlay. You can pick the spreads, but you can't parlay them. Well, I'm gonna parlay these things for you guys. I'm gonna do the parlays with the bets on the games that we don't cover on here. We'll parlay it for you. I'll tell you what it brings back. We're gonna load you up, man. We're gonna get you. I know with the short attention span for some of you guys, I'm gonna give it to you guys in quick 1 minute videos. 5 things you need to know. Shaq's facts. 5 ass back players you need to put back on your bench. Ass backs, get your ass back on the bench, and then how far can we spread it? Let's spread these spreads. We'll bet them on here. So I'm excited, guys. Really am. We got plenty of good stuff coming your way, but it's up to you. You got to follow, make that money.
It sounds like money to me, and I'm all about it, brother. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Watch the shorts. I will be releasing shorts in the morning, so just keep watching if you want those quick videos to show you what to bet on. We got those for you because those have been hidden too. We only choose the games on the shorts that we think are going to hit. The ones that we are guaranteed that hey, don't even watch the video, just watch the short, bet on this, and keep your day moving. Those ones we post on, and they've been hitting very hot, getting a lot of views too. But good luck with y'all's bets as always. And it's your boy Dre Swanks, Dre Rich, signing out. Boy Shaq. Peace.